Hey everybody, welcome to JB's RCs. Today we're looking at the Proboat River Jet 23-inch RTR deep feed jet boat. Self-righting, scale details, true jet brushless motor by Horizon Hobby. Box looks pretty nice. Ready, jet, go. Jet boat. Recommended. 5,000 milliamp 3S 50C LiPo. And a charger. So it does not come with battery or charger. You also need to get batteries for the remote control. That's 4 AA's. What else we got here? All right. So 8 inches across, 23 inches long. It's actually a pretty decent sized boat. This has been out for a few years, like about 3 years, I think, but they have done some improvements on it. So blow molded ABS plastic for the whole construction, 90 amp water cooled ESC. It says 2S to 4S compatible. Motor's 2300 kV, 14 pole brushless. Got the Spectrum STX2 2.4 gig radio from Spectrum. Top speed says 25 with a 3-cell, 30 with the 4-cell. Actually seen some videos where they get over 40 with the 4-cell, so I actually believe it. I tried one of mine. It was way fast, almost too fast. It was very hard to handle. So I did use the 3S after that. It was much more fun just because it was easier to steer. I wasn't spinning out or flipping over as much, even at full speed. So 3S is definitely the way to go if you're just looking for some fun, if you want to really jump it up, pump it up to that 4S. But great looking boat. Definitely worth the money. A few things that you definitely need to know beforehand, and if you read the instructions, it'll tell you this. Every couple of uses, you need to take it apart a little bit and lube up the drive shaft with some grease. And also you can adjust the trim of the jet to your liking. It's set at the lowest setting, so it's kind of pointing down, keeps the boat pretty flat on the water. But if you want it to stick up a little more, I know probably if you're actually on a rapid or river, you're probably going to want to step it up just a notch. So we got a remote here, throttle normal reverse, steering normal reverse. You get your steering trim, your throttle rate and steering rate. It also has the throttle limit, 50, 75, 100, and all those work. Not really sure why you have that with the throttle trim as well, but I just leave the throttle trim all the way up, and then I actually used, for the 4-cell, I had this down on the 50, and it was fine, but 75 or 100% with the 4-cell LiPo, definitely way too fast. Nice sturdy remote. It's actually really big size-wise compared to some other ones. Nice wheel. It is hard plastic on the wheel, which doesn't bother me too much. As you can see there, the STX2, very nice, and just 4 AA's in that one. So onto the boat. It does come with a stand in the box for the boat, which is real nice. It comes with some extra sealant for under here, this black seal. Got some extra of that, maybe to line a couple extra places or depending on what you want. But as you can see, there's our beautiful brushless motor, 2300 kV. Down in here is our ESC. Let's see if we can get some light on that a little bit better. There we go. There's your massive, what was it, 80, 90 K ESC. Receiver, which is not actually waterproofed, which is weird. I'm surprised. Although the 3 times that I've had this out, I've barely gotten just a couple drops of water on the bottom of this, which is nice. Of course, you can see the water cooling system running through there, through the motor and the ESC. It does come out the side right here. There's a little spot right there where the water squirts out. Nice and simple. Other than that, you can see the jet packed on in there. Steering servo on the side. It does come with the EC3 connector. I just got, most of my batteries have the Dean's T-plug, so I just got a little adapter that I put on there. One thing I still am wishing they would fix a little bit is this battery tray. As you can see, I got some Velcro in there right now because there were 2 straps in there for a battery, and getting your hand in here to get to this strap is almost impossible. I am a normal sized guy, about 6 foot. I have decent sized hands, but they did not fit at all in there to strap that strap in. The first strap was also difficult, and it's even hard to get the battery in and out. There's just very little space there. So I put a piece of Velcro in there. I'm gonna put Velcro on my batteries, and then when I slide them in, they're just gonna stick there, and when I pull them out, they'll un-Velcro. When that wears down, I'll just put a new piece in. I'm not too worried. Another problem with that is, as you can see here, the edge of this right here is very sharp. The screw's coming up right here. Very sharp there. Also up underneath where that bolt goes down under. I don't know if we can get in there. Probably not. Oh, here we go. Maybe we can go this way. Some light in there. It's very sharp. So my batteries were actually getting scratched as I was putting them in and out of the battery tray. Especially if you're using that 4S, it takes up a lot more space. So yeah, there was some bad scratches on the 4S battery. I'm gonna have to grind those down a little bit. I think they're just too sharp, and they needed to be rounded a little bit. It would be nice if they would do that in the factory before they sand it. But I mean, besides that Velcro strap and those 2 sharp edges, I really haven't had any issues with this so far. Like I said, I've only ran it 3 times, but I do run them hard when I run them. There's our jet propulsion back here. As you can see, very cool. Up underneath, you got the inlet right there where it sucks the water in. So the bottom of the boat is extremely flat, which is very nice. You're not going to catch on any weeds or roots or anything like that when you're running. Of course, on the rapids with the rocks, you're not going to bump into anything or smash anything unless you go head on into it, which again, like I've said, I've seen quite a few. You can even see on this where I've been driving it. So you can see the scratches. I got a couple here already on the boat with the paint. That was me. I just drove into like the edge of the bushes. I do have some rocks and other things in the pond that I played with this in. Definitely grinded it out a couple times. But that's her right there. 23-inch river jet boat. And this is the stand that it comes with. Just a little plastic stand. Does have some nice soft rubber foam pieces here for it to set on so it's not hurting it. And then, of course, the manual. Very simple. Again, if you read this, most people don't, but if you read this, it tells you about the lubricating of the drive shaft every couple of uses. It tells you how to adjust the trim if you want to adjust your trim. As you can see, I haven't adjusted mine at all. I like it the way it is. But if you look here, it is pointing down. You can see there from the boat itself. So you could make that straight out. You could point it up. You could do, more of a wheelie stand, especially if you're in the rapids. I don't know if that would help with going over the rocks and stuff, but pretty solid. I've also seen a lot of people take the drivers out and this roll cage off. The drivers are screwed in, but the roll cage I'm not sure about. There's no bolts or screws underneath in there. I think it might just be glued. So getting that off might hurt something else. I'm not going to mess with it. I did roll it a few times in the water. The self-righting feature is a little bit difficult just because it isn't propelled. So there's not a lot of weight being thrown around right there. The impeller is kind of centered. But I did get it to flip, and it definitely worked. So we're going to take this out, give it a try. I'm just going to do the 3-cell. We'll see how it goes with that. Like I said, it's very easy to control, a lot more fun with the 3-cell. And I did use the 4-cell, but I didn't record any of it. So we'll maybe get some more of that once I get the 4-cell I was using was a little bit large. Matter of fact, I actually had to take the steering servo out, this right here, to fit it in, because there's really an angle there, with that in the way and with the motor there and those sharp edges. And like I said, it's just poor placement. They just need to open this up a little more or figure out a way to make it better. I don't know. There's got to be some way. But this is the battery I used, a 5200 milliamp 4-cell 50C Z battery. You can see right here already, look, brand new battery I just bought. Look at the freaking side of that battery. Just ruined it. There's a couple other scratches too right there. Right there. It's just horrible. And that was with taking the ESC out even. So, the thing with this is just for one, it's 5200 milliamp, which is a little bit larger than it should be. I got some 4400 milliamp ones coming from Ovonic. Should be here a couple weeks. And then the 3-cell I was using actually is just one I had for a different boat that's kind of small. And it's just a 2250C 3-cell Ovonic. This lasted about 10 or 15 minutes, honestly. It was pretty solid, but the ones I'm getting are twice the size, so hopefully I'll get a good 15, 20 minutes of full power with it. And that'll be on the 4 cell as well, so hopefully it'll fit better. Hopefully it won't scratch. So you can see this one didn't get scratched at all. No marks on it. And this one I put the Velcro on the bottom to hold it in there instead of using the straps that were in there. And then the cover for it. Then it has these 4 screws on it right here on each edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just screw those down with the lid and you're ready to go. Kind of a pain, I'm not gonna lie, with the switch inside of there, and this a lot of screws. These take a while and you have to kind of do a little bit in each one, otherwise it gets crooked. So if you screw this one down all the way, then this one's gonna be at so much of an angle that it won't even catch the screw threads. So you kind of got to do, 4 or 5 of this one, 4 or 5 there, 4 or 5 there, 4 or 5 there, back around again, 5 more turns, 5 more, 5 more, 5 more, until you get all the way around. Everything's all tightened up for you. I do love this thing. Like I said, a lot of fun with the 3S. The 4S was tons of fun, super fast. It just flipped a lot and was really hard to control, honestly. It does have a drain plug here too as well, I forgot to mention. You can take that out, go ahead and empty the water out in there. But like I said, 3 times I've ran this and I've had literally drops of water inside. Not a huge deal. So a lot of fun with this thing. If you guys are interested in a jet boat, I know they make a smaller version of this. It's very much newer. It's only a 9-inch boat, so it's probably only this long. But same system with the jet propulsion. I believe it's got a brushed motor, maybe a 370 or 390 brushed motor. I did look at that one first. It's just a little too small for me and a little bit slow, obviously, because this runs on the 4S and the brushless motor. Makes it go much faster. All right, so anyways, let's stop talking about this bad boy and let's try it out, shall we? Yeah, it's like a jet boat too. It doesn't have a propeller. Yeah. I have another one that's got the propeller, but it gets stuck on the weeds all the time. So it goes like two feet and then you can't go any further. Yeah, this will go over 40 with the better battery. About 10 or 15 minutes, yeah.